Staying in Nigeria, organised Labour has confirmed that it will no longer proceed with its nationwide strike planned for Wednesday. The decision was part of resolutions announced by the Speaker, House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, and confirmed by the President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajaero, after a nearly 6-hour meeting between the federal government and organised Labour at the presidential villa in Abuja. Monday's engagement is the third in a series of meetings between the government and key labour stakeholders after the President, Bola Tinubu, announced the discontinuance of petroleum subsidy exactly 1 week ago. Gbajabiamila also announced that the federal government, TUC and NLC are to establish a joint committee to review the proposal of any wage increase or award and establish a framework and timeline for implementation. Let's also tell you that Nigeria's new administration has been tasked to focus on tackling climate change as its core priority. This is at a recently released report on the effects of climate change on the continent revealed that 60% of Africans are in danger of losing their livelihoods due to climate change. Our correspondent, Amadine Uyi, reports.
The proposed strike action had become a cause for concern, as Nigeria's organized labor had begun making moves to shut down the nation's economy. This followed moves by the nation's government to remove petrol subsidy, thus causing an almost 300% rise in the cost of petrol.
Government told us the reasons why they did what they did, but on our part, we did not agree with them.
So we are going to meet Mr. President now. We are going to give him a feedback on this, and he's going to take an immediate decision. And like I said, Mr. President himself, you all reported, he has said that there will be a review of the minimum wage. You all reported it. So we are not in disagreement. There is no disagreement at all with Labour on that particular issue.
Negotiations commenced after several days of back and forth, and a common ground was finally reached by all parties.
The parties agreed as follows. 1. The NLC is to suspend the notice of strike forthwith to enable further consultations. 2. The TUC and the NLC to continue the ongoing engagements with the federal government and secure closure on the resolutions above. And finally, the labor centers and the federal government to meet on June 19th, 2023, to agree on an implementation framework.
And said by the Honorable Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, and my colleague, the President of NLC, that we've been able to put some agreement together, and the document is what was just read to you few minutes ago. And we from Labour, all we want to encourage government is to take this seriously, because this government is just coming. This may be the first agreement that is being signed by this government that was inaugurated on May 29 by the President Tinubu's administration.
Have come with a more concrete reality and framework and alternative. The CNG alternative is better than the price even before the increment.
Representatives of Labour tasked government to ensure it keeps to the letters of the agreement.
So what we need is the willpower, and if we achieve that, I think there will be, a lot of success, a lot of progress so made. I believe that what we need is for them, to work, unlike what we experienced before. By now, we should have gone far.
I want us to commit to get these issues resolved as soon as possible. So for us, from Labour, we are totally committed to get these issues resolved for the benefit of the entire Nigerians.
With the strike action now called off, Nigerians will be hoping measures are put in place to cushion the effects of the subsidy removal, which is making life more difficult for many. Amadine Uyi, reporting for News Central.